Welcome back to MEV Explained. Today the defense against the sandwich attack, and it's beautifully simple: private order flow. A sandwich only works because the searcher can see your pending swap in the public mempool and place trades around it. So the fix isn't to outbid the bot on gas, it's to hide from it, send your swap privately straight to a block builder, and the bot never sees it, which means there's nothing to sandwich. We'll build a pool, get a victim sandwiched, then send the exact same swap privately and watch the attack vanish. Let's go. First, the idea. A sandwich attack has three parts. The searcher front runs, buying just before you to push the price up, then your swap executes at that worst price, then the searcher back runs, selling right after to pocket the difference. But every part of that depends on one thing. The searcher must be able to see your swap sitting in the public mempool, the open waiting room every transaction passes through, so it can place its trades on either side. Private order flow breaks that. Instead of broadcasting to the public mempool, you send your transaction directly to a block builder through services like Flashbots Protect or MEV-Share. The searcher watching the public pool sees nothing, so it can't wrap a trade it can't see. Let's build the pool the sandwich preys on. Here is just the whole defense in one picture. On the left, the public mempool. The victim broadcasts a buy 5 WETH into the pool. The searcher sees it and wraps it front run buy of 20 WETH to push the price up. Then the victim buys at that worst price, then a back run sell to skim the gap. The victim ends up with 9,976 tokens and the searcher keeps the difference. Now the right side, private order flow. The victim sends the exact same 5 WETH buy, but straight to a block builder, not the public pool. The searcher's view of the mempool is empty, it sees nothing. So the victim's buy is mined alone at the fair price, and they receive 14,244 tokens, over 4,000 more kept out of the searcher's hands. Same swap. You didn't outgas the sandwich, you hid from it. Let's prove it in code. We build it in Foundry. Here's a minimal constant product pool wet against a token with the two reserves and a constructor to seed them. The buy function is where the price impact lives, so let's fill it in. Here's buy. You put in some WETH minus a small fee, and the constant product formula gives you the tokens out. Then it updates the reserves, adding your WETH and removing the tokens you took. And that last line is the whole reason sandwiches exist. Your trade moves the price. A big buy just before yours makes your buy more expensive, and that's exactly the leverage a front run uses. Now let's run the two worlds side by side. Here's the circle, the tests, same pool, same victim buying with 5 WETH, two different worlds. The public test runs the searcher's front run, then the victim, then the back run, exactly what happens when your swap is visible. The private test runs the victim's buy alone, as if it were hidden. We print how many tokens the victim receives in each. Run it! In the public world, the victim, wrapped by the searcher's front run and back run, receives 9,976 tokens. In the private world, the exact same swap, mined alone, gives the victim 14,244. That's more than 4,000 tokens, roughly 30%, that the sandwich would have taken simply kept, because the searcher never got to see the trade. Same swap, same pool, and the only difference is whether the bot could see it coming. Now let's watch that difference on a real chain. Here it is on a local chain, and every command is reproducible. First, the public world on a fresh pool, we send the searcher's front run, then the victim's buy, then the back run, all in the block, exactly as an open mempool allows. We read it off the chain. The victim received 9,976 tokens, then the private world, a fresh identical pool, but this time the victim's buy is mined alone, with no searcher trades around it, because in private order flow the searcher never saw it. We read it again, 14,244 tokens, the same 5 WETH swap, the same pool, and hiding it from the mempool, handed the victim back the 30% the sandwich was going to skim. Now that's private order flow, live and verifiable. So why does this work and how do you use it? A sandwich is fundamentally a reaction. It can only place trades around a swap it can see coming in the public mempool. Take that visibility away and the whole attack has nothing to grab. Private order flow does exactly that, routing your transaction to a block builder instead of broadcasting it. In practice, you use services like Flashbots Protect, MEV Blocker, or MEV-Share. And many wallets and RPCs offer this as a simple setting, and there's an even better twist. MEV-Share lets you selectively share just enough about your trade to capture a safe backrun, and it rebates part of that value back to you, so the searcher's edge becomes your refund. Don't outgas the sandwich, hide from it, and get paid for what's left. Quick recap. A sandwich attack works only because the searcher can see your swap in the public mempool and place a front run and back run around it. Private order flow removes that visibility, sending your transaction straight to a block builder, so the searcher has nothing to wrap. We proved it. The same 5-WETH buy gives the victim 9,976 tokens when it's public and sandwiched, but 14,244 when it's private and mined alone, roughly 30% saved. Use Flashbots Protect, MEV Blocker or MEV Share, the last of which can even pay you back part of the value. Against a sandwich, the winning move isn't more gas, it's staying invisible. A quick note, rebuilding these MEV plays safely and explaining them line by line takes real work. If it helps you, the wallets are on screen and there's a Ko-fi link below. Every tip funds the next breakdown, thank you. And that's private order flow, the real defense against the sandwich. Not outbidding the bot, but hiding your trade from it entirely, shown on a diagram in a test and live on a real chain. Next episode, another MEV play rebuilt from scratch and explained. Subscribe so you don't miss it, tell me in the comments which one to break down next, and I'll see you there.